This video explains how to perform path parameter and query parameter in Avo Assure. Let's create a folder and name it as fetch product. Within the folder, I'll create element repository for web services. I'll name it as path parameter. Now let's quickly navigate to Avo link. Now let's move to the product section. Here in the product section, we have an endpoint for get, which helps us in fetching the products. Here I'll provide the ID number as 57, and we can see the product with the ID number 57 has been generated in the response body. We will try the same with Avo Assure. Now I'll quickly copy the endpoint. Along with the endpoint, make sure to copy the URL of the API. Let's navigate back to Avo Assure. Here select the method as get and provide the URL. Once after providing the URL, make sure to provide the endpoint. Here we are using path parameter where we will provide the ID as 57, and moving to the authorization part, I'll select the auth type as bearer token and I'll provide the access token. Once after validating all the required fields, click on save button. Similarly, let's create one more repository for query parameter. I'll click on create repository. I'll name the repository as query parameter. Here I will select the method as get. Now let's navigate to Avo link API. Within the product section, we have endpoints for query parameter. I'll copy the endpoint. Along with the endpoint, here for the second category, and here you can see the products associated with the second category. If I want to pass multiple queries, I can also make use of the queries available within this endpoint. Here I will try to fetch product 55 by providing the query as 55. So you can see the sample product 55 has been generated in the response. Now I'll make use of the same and try to fetch the response through Avo Assure. Let's copy the queries. Now I'll provide the URL of the API and I'll copy the endpoint. Once after that, here we have params where we can provide the query and value. So I'll provide the query as category. Similarly, I'll provide the query as 55 for search. Once after this, let's navigate to authorization. Provide authorization token here. Click on save button. Now let's navigate to test case. I'll create a main folder. I'll name it as fetch product, and inside the folder I'll create test case. I'll name it as parameters. Here I'll create test step group for path and query parameter. I'll select the application type as web service and I'll add the repository. It will reflect all the actions I performed and it will convert them into actions. Similarly for query param, I will drag and drop the repository. Now here I will click on save. Now we can also make use of get body action from web service list. And we can store it in a variable. Similarly for query parameter, I'll add a step to get the body. And then we will display this. We'll add a generic step to display. Variable of query parameter, and we will display that. Now I'll save the test case and I'll click on debug. The debug has completed successfully. For path parameter, we have fetched the ID 57 and the response is 200. Similarly for query parameter, we have provided the query and we have provided the parameter 55. So based on that, we have fetched the response